Hello everyone, this is the IRC's Mental Health Program. In this video, we are going to explain what counseling is and how you and others might benefit from it. Counseling is a private space where a professionally trained counselor can help you find ways to cope better with challenges in your life and explore upsetting or difficult feelings or experiences you may have had. The first few sessions of counseling are focused on understanding what your main reasons are for seeking help and gaining a fuller understanding of the experiences you have had and the challenges you are currently facing, as well as your strengths. These sessions generally last an hour and a half to 2 hours. The counselor will explain what you can expect from engaging in counseling, including how often you meet, the potential risks and benefits, what you will talk about and work on both inside and outside of your counseling sessions, and what kind of goals you can work towards. The counselor will also talk about the kinds of things that they can keep private if you talk about them in session, and the very few things that they cannot keep private when they are concerned that you or someone else might be in danger. There will be plenty of opportunities to ask questions you may have regarding counseling. Once all of your questions are answered and you feel that you fully understand what counseling will look like for you, you can decide if counseling is a good fit for you. If it is a good fit, the counselor will ask you to sign documents agreeing to start counseling services. The counselor would then have a conversation with you to get more information that will help them guide future counseling sessions with you, including getting a bit more personal information from you and asking some additional questions to understand what challenges you are experiencing and your goals for counseling. If you do not speak English, that is not a problem. We will provide a trained interpreter to communicate with you in the language of your preference. A service plan is typically developed during the first or second session of counseling. You and your counselor would together set goals for what you want to accomplish through counseling. For example, someone may have goals of learning to deal with stress better, learning to manage anger, or improving relationships with their family members. There are many benefits to counseling. Counseling is a safe and private space for you to express your feelings. Counselors are trained to provide space free of judgment so you can express how you feel without the fear of judgment. During counseling, you can also learn how to help yourself in various situations, learn to handle stresses, heal from difficult experiences you have had in your life, and learn to process emotions in a healthy way. When necessary and appropriate, the counselors may also connect you to other resources that would benefit you. While there are many benefits to counseling, there are also risks. Counseling can be uncomfortable, especially if it is your first time. It may feel uncomfortable to talk about your life and feelings to a stranger. You may also be scared about what may happen as a result of sharing and may have had things you may be ashamed to share. Sharing about the past or about unpleasant memories may sometimes cause you to feel like you are reliving them. However, counselors are trained to help you through these more difficult moments in your treatment. You can also express all of these difficult and comfortable feelings with your counselor as well. If you do not feel ready or do not wish to receive counseling, it is your right to refuse treatment. Counseling is not something you have to do, and there is no outside consequence to you for deciding not to do it. For example, You can continue to receive all of other services you receive if you do not agree to engage in counseling. It is the counselor's duty to respect your decisions. It is also the counselor's duty to respect your privacy. Your information will only be shared with others with your permission, with the sole exception being when there are certain kinds of legal matters that require counselors to share some information. We explain this in more detail on the next slide. There are three instances when your information must be shared, even if you do not give permission. The first one is we must share information if there is a concern that a child, older adult, or an adult of any age who cannot care for themselves is being abused or neglected. Abuse can include serious emotional or physical harm. Neglect can include not giving them food, medicine, or meeting other basic needs. However, when people cannot afford food or medicine but are trying their best to get their family members' needs met, we will not make a report of neglect, but rather try to help them access what they need. Second, we must share information if we believe you are in danger of hurting yourself or someone else. Third, if there is information that a court requires us to submit a legal cases, we must share it. In this case, we will only share the specific pieces of information that the court requires us to share, and still try to keep other things you have shared private. The counselor's working hours are from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday to Friday. Counselors are not available on the weekends or in the evenings. Your counselor will provide their contact information at your first session, and if you need to reach your counselor outside of your scheduled appointments, you can contact them by calling or messaging them. If you are unable to reach them, please leave a voice message or text with your name, phone number, and the reason you are calling, and the counselors will try to respond to you within 48 hours. There may be times they might not be able to contact you within 48 hours due to circumstances such as sick leave, vacation, or other absence. However, when they are unavailable for a long period of time, they will provide you with another person's name and contact information, either another counselor or one of the supervisors, and you can reach out to that person instead. The IRC does not have an after-hours emergency response system. As such, if you or someone you know is experiencing a mental health crisis, you should call the Georgia Crisis Line at 988. A mental health crisis can include wanting to harm or kill yourself or others, experiencing emotions that seem extreme and uncontrollable, or hearing voices that are not really there. For emergencies that are not related to mental health crises, for example, experiencing crime such as assault or theft, medical emergencies, accidents, or fires, please call 911. IRC staff communicates with client through email, phone calls, and text messages. Please inform the IRC of any change in your phone number or address and provide an emergency contact person. To protect your privacy, please let the staff know which communication method you prefer the most, and if it is okay to send you text or voice messages regarding appointment reminders, information regarding resources, and for general check-in purposes. If you are not happy with your counselor or any other aspect of the services you are receiving, you have the right to complain. Your services will not be stopped, and there will be no negative consequences for you if you complain. You can express your concerns or complaints directly to the counselor, or you can talk to the counselor's supervisor. Miss Angela Merriweather, or the clinical supervisor, Dr. Daviel Lakine. Miss Angela phone number is 770-508-8432, and Dr. Lakine's phone number is 678-547-6727. There is no cost to the IRC counseling services, so you can get these services for free. Your well-being is very important to us, and we are here to support you. So now, let's see if you can remember key information about counseling. First, please tell us whether you think this statement is true or false. Counseling is confidential. This is a true statement. Counseling is a confidential or private space to talk about your feelings and things that may be causing problems in your life. It is required for the counselors to keep your information private and not share your information with others without your permission. The only exceptions are when it is legally required for us to break confidentiality, which is only the case when there is a concern that someone is not safe, or when a judge orders us to share certain information. Now, let's try another one. Is it true or false that the counseling at the IRC will only cost you a small amount of money? It is false because the IRC counseling services are provided free of charge. Is it true or false that we should call 988 for mental health crisis? It is true. If you or anyone around you is experiencing a mental health crisis, please call 988 to get help. For other types of emergencies, please call 911. Now, before we finish, let's do a quick breathing exercise. This is a breathing exercise that science has shown us can help people feel calm and can even calm people down when they're upset or stressed. In square breathing, we start with inhaling through our nose for 4 seconds and allowing our stomach fill with air. Then we hold the breath for another 4 seconds. Then we exhale through our mouth for 4 seconds and take a 4 seconds rest. We will repeat this breathing a few times. You can look at this picture to follow along as you breathe in, pause, breathe out, and pause again. Okay, so let's try this out. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try it again. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Rest. Thank you for trying that out. How do you feel now? I hope you can try this on your own. Please feel free to reach out to the IRC mental health staff members if you would like to learn more about counseling or would like to get counseling services. You can contact our mental health program supervisor, Angela Merriweather, at 770-508-8432, or you can contact one of our mental health specialists, Miriam, at 404-683-5830, or Jihad at 470-715-2102. Again, If you have any mental health crisis, please make sure to contact the Mental Health Crisis Hotline number at 988. Or if you have any other form of emergencies, please contact 911. Thank you so much.